Welcome back to a Bangers First Impressions video, and this one we're looking at is OSTIA. So this is just launched on Kickstarter. And look, I want to do a shout out to you at Bellingen for letting me know about this game. Look, it wasn't even on my radar, but somehow, you know, he or she, I don't know who you it is, but whoever you are, thank you so much, because you already know the exact types of games that I absolutely love. And this one, straight away, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, I need to know more about this game. So look, if you haven't checked out First Impressions, what we like to do is just go down the Kickstarter campaign. I'll give you my honest opinion. Look, it could be crap. It could be absolutely the best game in the world. Look, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and we're going to go through this journey together. So I haven't had a look at this campaign yet, so this is going to be the first time I'm going to be looking through it. But what I have done is, a caveat to that is, I did have a look at Shelf Clutter video, which just sort of gave me an idea on the mechanics of the game. So I've got a broad understanding of the mechanics. And that's all I know about this game. So look, let's go down and we'll have a look at this. But let's start off with the video first. So let's check this out. So ancient Roman port city called Ostia. Look, it checks out, I'm sure. One thing I'm sort of noticing straight away is that aqua cyan color is just sort of, you know, seeping through absolutely everything. Look, if you love that color, you're gonna love this game. The rest of it's looking like it's just a dry Euro. Actually, I wonder if dry is the right word. It looks like a wet Euro. So here we go. So dad joke 101 right there. So what we have here is that's going to be your particular game board. And we'll talk about that later as we sort of go down the page. The ship's going around, and it's actually a mandala system going around your particular game board there. Okay, so this is the ocean. So this is the main board in the center of your table. Cool, little ship just magically sort of floating around, and you're getting objectives and all that sort of good stuff there. Cool, unlock stuff, more ships go into the main mandala there. Nice little chunky little meeples, so hopefully we get to have a look at them. Hopefully then we've got actual physical components that we can have a look at. Oh, so the old, you know, just sort of sideboard there. I looked at Total War Rome just recently, and I absolutely panned that for just looking, you know, just so plain and boring. I must admit that didn't look that amazing either. There we go, Ostia. So before we start, I'm going to say, look, we're in Australia at the moment. It is bloody boiling. It is hot as anything. So I'm going to be sweating throughout this whole video. It is what it is. Cool. Let's go check it out. So far, look, we haven't been into it much, but already $152,000 Australian. So what's that going to be in US? Oh, it's in yen. 12 million yen. Well done to you guys. So 768 backers straight away. So I'm not the only one who's vibing this game right now. That's pretty good for, you know, not being on here for too long. So now Ostia, Tatsuka Chuo. Look, unfortunately, I apologize. I'm not sure what else you've done. Look, hopefully you've done some absolutely awesome stuff. Okay, now what is your impression of this cover art? So for me, I kind of dig it, and I can't tell you why. So if you watch any Bangers videos before, art and immersion is like the #1 thing I look for in games. And I wouldn't say that's amazing art, but somehow I'm drawn to it. I don't know why, and I can't explain that. But that's fine. There's our cover art, and there's our game board. So so again, that ocean one right in the middle there, you know, going up that little sort of you know, tree path up the right hand side there. We've got some objective tiles running down the left hand side. And then each individual player is going to get their own port, and all those ports look like they're identical, and it's a mandala system. So mandala system, as you if you don't know, you basically pick up one lot of them, one of those hexes, and then you drop them one by one around the circle, and then basically what then that does is changes the landscape for your next time you take the turn. So it's going to keep moving those ships around there. But the interesting fact about this, and again, thanks to Shelf Clutter for giving me this sort of rundown, was basically as you pick it up, you might pick up, say, you know, 4 ships off one of the hexes. And those 4 ships relate to particular resources, so you'll get 4 resources. Then cool, then you'll drop your mandala, keep going around the circle, and then as you drop your last one down, you'll then get the action for where you've dropped that down. So that's the main color system. But like I said, I love the fact that it's resources at the start, action at the end. I think that I just love that mechanic. I think it just works so well. So there we go. So look, we'll go down a bit further here. 1 to 4 players, 2 hours, 14 plus, sure, standard probably Euro numbers there. About Ostia, so this is cool. Ostia is a strategy board game for 2 to 4 players. 103 AD, Emperor Trajan, new expansion port. good on him for doing that. And the port was beautifully arranged in a hexagonal shape. So, you know what? Well done, Trajan. Who would have thought, you know, all these years later, so what are we, bloody 20, I don't know, 2,000 plus years later, we're making a board game about your port. So well done to you, Trajan. Port's most important roles was to relay supplies of food to inland Rome. Huge city, population bloody over 1 million. Well done, you. That's even bigger than Canberra today, so that's fine. And that was back then. Grain from Egypt, Sicily, cool, goods. So this is, you know, where you're getting the backstory. That's lovely. So here we go. So those little chunky, like, I dig that. You know, again, the art is interesting. The art is different and unique, and I appreciate the different shapes. You know, I kind of like it. You take the role of the owner of a huge fleet of ships. Use the money and resources. Cool. Oh, go away. Add. Okay. Cool. So there we go. So that's that. So let's go down to components now. So the base game, and again, I am sweating. Why is Australia so goddamn hot? Okay, Ostia base game. The main board, the port boards, the track boards. Okay. Yep. 48 building tokens, 4 by 12. What are your thoughts on the colors? So one thing, whenever I'm looking at a game, I love the token colors. That's something that draws me to a game. Look, I'm going to give those colors maybe a 3 out of 5. Like, they're alright. They do the job. Amphora tokens. I'm going to assume I'm supposed to know what that is. Discs and cubes. Good Euro fare there. Trading port tiles, initial trading port tiles, discovery tiles, transit tiles, destination tiles. So bulk lot of tiles. Order cards, initial placement cards. Like, everything's screaming, you know, your Euro. And like I said, I dig this. This is my jam. This is what I live for, these sort of games. Milestone cards, work in progress. Okay, merchant expansion. A lot of work in progress here. Some destination tile, more tiles, more of the same really. The only thing different here from the looks of it is these wild animal tokens and exotic animal tokens. Sure, not 100% sure how that's tying into to the port, but cool. Okay, upgrade pack, upgrade all cardboard tiles to wooden components. Do you need it? Christ, no. No, because like, they're boring to begin with, and putting them just as wooden components doesn't make them any less boring. So I'm calling it now. Save your money on those, but hey, look, each to their own. Highlights, so Mancala based game with route building, trading, construction, inspired by Trajan. So I'm going to assume inspired by Trajan the board game, unless they're just inspired by Trajan the Emperor dude. Elegant artwork by someone. Look, maybe elegant is a good word for the artwork. It's, again, it's not stunning, it's not amazing, not something I'm drawn to, but I think it's elegant, I think it's classy. So, good, yeah. Attractive looking harbour in each player's board, way to talk up your game there, and interesting mechanics that rewards repeated plays. Sure, interesting mechanics, that's a way to sell it. Okay, pledge level. Ostia, $63 plus shipping. Fine, I'm cool with that. So that's going to be 63 US, I'm going to assume. Doesn't say, but that's going to be for Aussies out there, probably 80 odd bucks there. Expansion, base game plus the merchant expansion, which seemed to add absolutely sweet bugger all. So that's an extra $13 for that. And complete set, and that's with the upgraded things, 98. So look, I'm calling it now. Let's just get the core game for this one. I think the core game, like I said, I reckon would be really awesome. I just don't know if you need everything else, really. Okay, photos, yep. Okay, cool, so I don't 100% know what I'm looking at there. Look, the port looks nice and busy. That's probably later in the game. So down here on the right hand side, I did see that's where they sort of unlock them, and then those sort of ships go across here. So and then every time you would take one of them off, you'd get the bonus and stuff like that. So again, standard Euro fare. Yeah, look, I love those little meeples. They're nice. They're classy. Yeah, some nice photos there. Okay, huge box and have lots of contents. Huge box and have lots of contents. So, sure. A Japanese version of Carcassonne on the left there, Age of Steam on the right. Now, I did play Age of Steam recently. I think it was. Look, it was one of those train games, and to be honest, they all blend in together for me. But I think it was Age of Steam, and so that's a pretty decent sized box. So huge box, huge indeed. How to play? Look, look. If you want to learn how to play, come on here and have a look at it. Now, let's have a look at this one. A little preview. Let's have a quick little glance at this. Yeah. That's unique. That's different. Cool. I'm all for different. I'm all for, you know, content creators doing their own thing. Yeah, nice. I mean, the one thing I've got out of this, obviously, there's like a tabletop simulator or you know, something that for you to actually have a play with. Yeah, well, we're not going to have a look at any more of that, but nice. So if you want to check out that sort of preview video there, there's one there. One in Japanese, cool. And one thing I'll say is, yeah, this is, I believe this is a Japanese publisher or something like that. Look, I love the fact that we got, you know, publishers from all over the world. Some of my favorite games are Japanese games. Absolutely love Japan. Japan is like my favorite country. Like if I could travel anywhere in the world right now, you know, if COVID buggers off, Japan is that #1 spot. I love it. So good on you, Japan. Let's support them. Cool, a review Kickstarter there from someone, and it's in French. Cool. English rulebook, Japanese rulebook, and yep, playable on tabletop simulator. Okay, stretch goals. Funded. Cool. Linen finish cards, nice. Custom shaped first player token. What is custom about that? It's a cube. Oh, work in progress. Okay, cool. I'm like, damn, that's real custom. You've just got a cube. Silk printed. Not always appreciated silk printed. Solo expansion, Trajan's Triumph. Well, you know what? A game isn't a game nowadays unless there's some solo tacked on. So I sort of should have expected that. Double layer port boards. Cool. Love double layer. That's something I dig so much. It's probably my #1 upgrade. I think all games should have is double layered boards. Custom shaped reward tokens. Again, upgraded from cubes. Score pad. Card sleeve bonus for each game. So these are all the ones that haven't been unlocked yet. So how far are we down? 600% there. Cool. Look, it's going along nicely. And again, we're quite early in the campaign, so they're doing really good. Shipping costs. Now, look, this is always a bugbear because, you know, it just costs the earth, and that's life. So, you know, if you're in the US, then 19 buckaroos. Cool, whole bunch there. Here we go. Let's get to Australia. $28 bucks. So there we go. Fairly standard, like not a big publisher, so I guess those prices make sense. Poor old New Zealand. The poor old New Zealand. $48 in Indonesia. That's rough. Sorry for that. Add-on. Cool. Aqua Garden. Okay, so that's where we know this designer from. Aqua Garden. That was on Kickstarter quite recently from memory, and I like the look of that one. And again, unique artwork there. Age of something, can't read that. Like the cover. Bremen, don't like the cover. That's butt ugly. Sapporo. It's like they've got the same artist for all their stuff. There, it just seems very sort of similar art style. No, not digging it. So out of that, I like the Mammoth and I like Aqua Garden. Cool, but nice to know that's obviously from the same publishing company, and there's the prices for all of them. Quite precise there, $58.60 for the Age of Hunting edition. These amounts are approximated from the yen conversion rate. Okay, makes sense. I should not have a go at them for that. That's fair enough. And the creators, the game designer, Tatsuka Chuo, like, oh, you know, when I get off this video, I'm going to go and look at him because I'm always, like I said, just a fan of, you know, designers from around the world and just seeing what they've created before. Development, love that little finch. Oh, I think that's a zebra finch. Love birds. Cool art. So Urabi, look, like I said, classy art, elegant art. Rule writing. by none. Well done, none. I'm sure the rules are wonderful. Translation, proofreading. Oh, good, good, good. And that's it, risks and challenges. And as always, let's scroll right up the back of the top again and let's have a look. Were there any updates? Oh, the latest update, 500% stretch goal achieved, an announcement about box and inserts. So first half English update. Let's read that to find out what are we talking about here. Okay. Solo expansion, the double layer player boards, and a next announcement about box size and inserts. Oh, cool, that's where they just go, box is huge, bloody huge, and there's an insert. Sweet. Look, that's all we need for now. Look, this is OSTIA. So let's see if we can get back to that main page there. Okay, so look, I'm gonna say straight up, this is me. This is 100% a hoax game, and look, I don't know if I'm backing it. But I feel like this is one of those games where it's not going to get a wide publication. Like, I don't think I've seen Aqua Garden sort of advertised. It's probably actually hasn't been released yet from Kickstarter, so that's fair enough. But I don't think it's going to get a wide, wide distribution. So I think it's one of those things. If you really like, if you want to have something different on your shelf there, look, back it, support them. Look, this looks like a great campaign, and out of all the games that are currently on at the moment, this was one of the ones that jumped out to me. And again, thanks to Hewitt for letting me know about all of this. Look, that's pretty much it. This is my first impressions. I think this looks pretty cool. Look, a few parts there look a bit bland, a bit, maybe I would have done a little bit differently. But overall, look, I'm happy. I'm happy. OSTIA. I'm Hogs. This is Board Game Bangs. Till next time, laters.